25 to like 30-year-old guys, I'm almost 36.
Yeah.
Those guys are excited to go out with me. They will plan the date. They will go the extra mile, and they have this like young, fun, they want to impress me. It's the guys who are my age and older that feel kind of jaded. Like, they're just like, yeah, let's go on a walk. Fuck your walk, man.
A walk?
I'm sick. Don't ask me to go plan a date. You're not going to, huh? Because you're going to show up in Lululemon shorts and I'm going to look somewhat cute. I'm going to have to put on makeup. That the effort level is not matching. And I need to match.
Also am like, no, let's just FaceTime. You want to FaceTime vibe chat?
Yeah, if that's what this walk is for, count me out.
A lot of men are becoming lazy in dating. They're becoming lazy in the pursuit because there's no appreciation for what they do. And now women have these super high entitlement level thoughts that they deserve to be brought to freaking Bora Bora on their first date. And it's like, who are you to even ask for that?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What value have you brought to that man? Women are ruining good men by acting like they deserve more than they do.
I would like to be out big dicked on a date. That's what I'd like. I'm looking for. That's going to be on my dating profile.
What is your ideal dating partner look like? Like, what do they need to do?
I'm glad you asked. I've been honing this like a piece of coal into a diamond.
Yeah.
So right now, someone has to be in sort of an adjacent business. They have to understand what I'm doing-ish. Like, they're not a Martian, but they should not be in this business that I'm in or even adjacent. Because here's what happens. I'll be dating someone and they're successful. They've done successful things, very successful things. But let's say they just want to like dabble. They want to maybe get a podcast, or they want to talk to somebody about investing in a company, or they're interested in some VC stuff. It becomes a situation where people are coming to me and handing me on a silver platter VC stuff because they also know that I could move the needle. So not only do I fit what this person who has money, this normal rich person has, where they can invest in something, but the person doesn't really want them. They want me because I could move the needle.
It's complementary, but it's not like crossing over, because essentially you get into like a competition with them and then they feel bad about themselves.
It's not. It's a subtle competition. We're not actually competing, but it makes them think more about what they're doing and they feel worse about themselves. Yes, so that part, and that has happened with the wealthiest of people. One person said to me, wow, no, like you really have inspired me. You've really got me thinking, and now I really want to do this. And what do you think of this? And now we're in a mentorship program.
Oh.
It makes me feel self-conscious because I start not saying what I'm doing because I feel like it's going to intimidate them.
You marry a younger man? I have, and I've done it twice. And you know what? Age is just a number. But I'm trying to figure out what you guys think about it. So, I'll tell you a little bit about my story, but first you tell me, should older women marry younger men?
What it do? Let's talk about it. Do women know that they're unattractive, do they know that they're past the expiration date of their prime, and or do they just live in la la land? You know, and the internet would make you believe in all these, you know, these cougar movements, and the cougars are now what they say. Remember, Jay-Z was saying a new 40 is the new 20, and all these phrases that they come up with. I do believe that women understand that. You know, we don't see the reality of what women deal with, where they drinking those wine bottles and getting drunk off wine and watching Lifetime alone. Women are creatures of habitat. You know, they are creatures that like to run in packs. They need, connectivity with other humans. That's who they are. Men are mostly lonely. Even when men, deal with their friends, really, the majority of your problems, unless they're extreme, they stay to yourself, right? We're not digging into, what's going on, or unless we really can see something affecting to you. Women get together and they trauma bond, and they share their experiences. They talk about, they work, they do those things, but also they also need the male, connection too. Like it or not, they can talk about lavenders, or they like feminine men, they like masculine men. They need that masculinity, that protection, that logical point of view. So women understand that, like when they go home at night and they lay in their beds, or they friends and them trauma bond about how none of them got husbands or boyfriends, or how they lonely and stuff of that nature. And, that affects them when they go home. So don't let the internet fool you They putting that makeup on. They putting them outfits on to go on TikTok live. They dressing up to try to get somebody to talk to them when they go to the bar or to the club. And no longer the men are being there. They're not going to wave the white flag, because they feel like sexuality is all they have. They're not going to wave the white flag on the internet and say, okay, the men were white and we're being illogical. And all of us is not going to get this high six figure man at 6'3". And they're not going to say that. Most women, they complain, and then you see who they dealing with and who they sleeping with, straight up bums and busters. So y'all listening to what they say, they don't have no options. All the options that they dealing with, they gotta be out their house, or them dudes gonna be out their house, or them girls they be dealing with gonna be out their house by the time the sun rise. That's why you always see them outside, with their homegirls at the club drinking, buying their own drinks, sneaking their own drinks in the club. This is why they always, eating at the restaurant by themselves. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they don't feel like they have to self-improve. They feel like a man should take them as they are, attitude, extra pounds and all, ugly attitudes, ugly faces, as far as, not being inviting. That's just what it deal with. They understand that, they're past that wall. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that will date them, they just not attracted to them. The guys that's left for them to date them, some of them wave the white flag and they talk to this guy that they never would have talked to in their prime, and they'd be like, okay, man, or I'll deal with them. And they can deny them sex. They can treat them how they want to treat them because the guy's just not unaware. But now that this game is, spilling out, and the game has always been the game. The game has always spilled out. Men have always told men the game, and most men didn't believe it about female nature. They listened to their mothers. They kept feeling it over and over and again, and they never reassessed the stuff. But women understand where they lie at as far as attractiveness. They understand where they lie at as far as, where they fall in the dating market at. They get it. It's just the days they feel like, they feel like, oh, I'm not selling, I'm not compromising. And one of the reasons they don't settle or compromise is because they don't really want to be confined to a relationship. They don't want to follow somebody's leadership. Even the divestors, why do you think they don't get married? You know what I'm saying? Because eventually when you get into a relationship, this man is going to want you to, have structure and do this, do that, and the third. And they don't want to do it. They want to lay there and do nothing. Take me as I am, flaws and big draws and all. And it's like, nah, ain't nobody doing that. So that's why they never get married. They can't fake it till they make it. And then a lot of women you talk to, they just a drag to deal with. They're difficult to talk to. They look for confrontation, socially awkward. And I did that video a couple years ago about women really being the ones that's socially awkward. There are some guys that's socially awkward. Yeah. There are some guys that's very quiet, very reserved, don't really talk much and this, that, but it's a lot of women that socially awkward in that way and in a whole other way, where they start running their mouth, they get so comfortable and they start telling you things that instantly turn you off, that instantly take them from the girlfriend zone to just like a ghost zone or let me smash and dash zone. Some women you talk to it's just like a gymnastics. It's just like, it's draining. It's a lot of women like that. A lot of dudes mother like that. A lot of niggas sisters like that. That's why a lot of dudes just don't deal with family unless they have to deal with it. It's just draining and draining and draining and draining. But women understand this. If, one guy don't stay, two guys don't stay, three guys don't stay, guys hit it and quit it, or guys only come over or deal with you when they want to sleep with you, they understand that, And by the time they ready to make the adjustments, they ready to make those adjustments throughout life. That's what they are. They just somebody that you lay with. Ultimately, they might end up being a companion, a lifetime companion for somebody else. They might end up just, hey man, I really ain't really like into having sex like that no more. Let's just pay bills together and put up with each other. That's what a lot of times happen too. But they're well aware of where they lie at as far as, that wall. They always talking about guys still hit them. It's sex. They understand it's just sex. And most women have convinced to themselves that, oh, we get nothing from marriage. We get nothing from relationship. Most men are cool with it. If we just going to sleep together and I'm going to go home and you going to go home, cool. Ain't nobody really complaining about it. But instead of changing their attitudes and, being the ones that be more inviting to guys, being honest as far as assessing how they look and what type of guys they should be dating and who they deserve to be with, they don't agree with, they don't believe it. Every woman look better than what they think they look. Every woman, I'm a bad bitch, and they know they not. They know they absolutely not. They understand that. They get it. So, most guys are just like, okay, we ain't playing no more. Women used to act how they look. Or women used to act how they supposed to act for the guy they really want. And now they do neither one. They do neither one. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.